Same.
Fine, great. So Toastmaster Manoj, the stage is all yours.
Thank you. Now DSC is going to take on.
Ravinder, you there? Yeah, she is there.
Greetings, Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to the 96th meeting of Chalk and Duster Club. Myself, Toastmaster Ravinder, being the surgeon at arm, it's my pleasure to be the first speaker for today's meeting. So, from the last 9 months, I am reiterating the club mission of Toastmaster International. So, this is the last time for me to reiterate the club mission of Toastmaster International because this is our last meeting of this term. So first, I want to ask from you to kindly repeat after me the club mission of Toastmaster International. Are you ready for that? Kindly open your mic. We provide a sportive and positive learning experience
Supportive
and
learning
positive learning experience
in which members are
members are
empowered to develop
together
communication and leadership skills
communication and leadership skills
that results in what comes next?
Greater self-confidence.
Yes, good, Dani. Greater self-confidence and personal growth.
self-confidence.
Greater self-confidence in
I
person.
just want to reiterate this mission with all of you because I am the only person who is reiterating this club mission from the last 9 months. So I want that everybody should know what is the club mission of this Toastmaster International, why we all are here. We should know about that. So always remember this club mission. So before proceeding to the meeting, let me tell you the ground rules that we all have to follow. First, we never discuss on any controversial topic. Second thing, kindly switch off your camera if you are stepping out of the meeting. And third, most important, if you are not speaker, then kindly mute yourself. So without taking much time, let's invite the presiding officer of the day. He is none other than Toastmaster Siva, who will join us in the next term as a Vice President Education. He has more than 10 years of experience in as an IT professional. So over to you, Toastmaster Siva Lenka.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravinder. It was great introduction and great start of the meeting. Thank you so much. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Toastmaster and my dear guest. So as a presiding officer, it is my responsibility to welcome our guest for today's meeting. So today I can see only one guest has joined, that is Annie. Hello, Annie. Can you please unmute on yourself and please introduce? Am I audible and visible? Annie, can you hear me? One more guest should be joining. I don't know. I just got a message from Sis. Okay, so I think Annie is facing some issue maybe. Okay, so we'll discuss. Yeah, here is Annie. Hello, Annie.
Yes, hello, good morning again to everyone.
How are you today?
I am doing well, and yourself?
Yeah, I'm
And
doing
you?
good. I'm good. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
That's great.
Could you please introduce yourself and tell me about little bit about you?
Okay, my name is Ann Hall. I'm a
Mhm.
Toastmaster of Fusion Toastmasters Club here in Barbados. I have been with that club for 2 years since this March made 2 years for me. I am following the presentation mastery path, and I'm at level 2. I have 2 more speeches to complete before I complete that level. And I'm looking forward to it. I plan to speak at my club next month and in the month of August, because I'm trying to go for the triple this year. That means completing 3 levels of my pathway. That's my goal for the Toastmasters year upcoming. And thanks for having me.
Great, Annie, and wish you best of luck for your upcoming speech.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Annie. Any more guests? No. Okay, we can if any more guests will join, then we can discuss later. Let's okay, I'll hand over the stage to our TMOD, Toastmaster Manoj. Over to you, Toastmaster Manoj. Manoj, you're talking on mute. Can you please unmute yourself?
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Siva, the presiding officer of today's meeting. Thank you for handing over the stage to me. Now, coming to today's theme, it is paradoxical. Less is more. How can less be more? It's like saying lower is higher. Something that is lower, how can that be higher? Or if I can say death is life. Does it make sense or is it all nonsense?
It makes
For a
sense.
sane mind, I think,
It makes a lot of sense.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. To a lot of people, it makes sense. So less is more is a concept that came about in 1960s and 70s after Second World War. We had undergone the First World War when a lot of youths in the teenage of people, they joined the war. They wanted to take up a gun and feel like Rambo, feel very, very powerful. But when they faced the reality of the war, the trench warfare, where they couldn't even get up from the trench to help a companion to get a sip of water to somebody. The big rats coming and snatching their bread. So that was horrible. When they went back home, they're totally disillusioned. Though they're aged, if somebody survived that war, those who died, they escaped. And those who survived that war, Great War, First World War, they are totally disillusioned with life. Mentally, they are quite grown, but physically, they still had those beautiful nude pictures of beautiful ladies underneath their mattress. They still had collection of different hobbies of them. But suddenly they found all this to be quite meaningless. So that's the time hippie culture came about, where they grow a lot of hairs. Anybody asking them, believe in God, do this, do that, they started asking, it doesn't make any sense. So that drug culture, going about, roaming around the countryside, like we also have a movie that Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, that was based on that hippie culture of those times. And then after about 20 years plus, we had the other great war, Second World War. And after that, this minimalism came about. Minimalism was a kind of reaction against modernism. Modernism, if I can explain to you what modernism is, like a painting, kind of art, exhibition was going on with a blank canvas, and it was written, "The cow is eating grass." Somebody asked, "Where is the grass?" The cow has eaten the grass. And where is the cow? The cow has left after eating the grass. So that's what they call modernism. And that's the time another concept came about, abstract. If you have heard about that author, Samuel Beckett, Irish Nobel Prize winning author, he wrote a playwright. He was basically a playwright, but he has also written a lot of novels. One of his plays, Waiting for Godot. The pronunciation is Godot, the spelling is G-O-D-O-T, Godot, but we pronounce it as Godot. There are two characters waiting for something. There's a tree and two characters. And they talk nonsense. When this play was enacted, people started throwing everything that they could find, from tomatoes, potatoes to rotten eggs and whatnot. But that person goes on to win the Nobel Prize for Literature. So this minimalism which came about, it first came to architecture, in the field of architecture and art. Minimalism is a concept where everything should be simple. Because once we lead a simplistic life, I think we enrich our life. And slowly, slowly, this concept sipped onto music and all spheres of life. And today, all over the world, we have minimalists. Minimalistic wardrobe. Open your wardrobe and see how many clothes are there. I too have. I'm by fault. I have so many clothes I don't wear. I have about 10 odd t-shirts. I hardly get to wear one of them once a year. Yes, once a year. So if we open our cupboards, if we see our home, we find a lot of clutter lying around. We have power to spend. It doesn't mean that we go on spending and accumulating a lot of stuff that we do not require. So one needs to be conscious of whatever we are doing. This conscious living is minimalism. With that, let's get into the meeting proper. We'll come to this theme again, come back to this theme. And basically, minimalism is leading a Spartan lifestyle. That's the word of the day that the grammarian is going to introduce today. Sparta was a part of the ancient Greece. And the kids, as kids, people used to be sent to the tutors, the Tyro and tutor. Tyro were the disciples and tutor was the guru. And they used to lead a kind of Spartan lifestyle, like in India, we used to lead in our Gurukula ashrams. And they used to learn life lessons, not mugging up things like mathematics, physics, chemistry, and whatnot. They used to learn life lessons to lead a fruitful life. So with that, let's jump onto meeting proper. We have got 3 segments. We have got one and only one, a prepared speech will be delivered by our newbie, TM Satyanarayan. Then, of course, there we will be followed by a TTM segment, where we'll be challenged by the TTM Danish Soma. And lastly, we'll have a wonderful session, the evaluation segment, to be conducted by a general evaluator who has been consistently taking on this role for past 3-4 meetings. So now, to introduce her team, instead of me doing that, let me call upon Toastmaster. If her title is quite lengthy, just listen to it. It's quite Her Excellency, Ambassador, Professor, Dr. Esther Mala. So that is how she is known throughout the world. She's an international figure, participating in different segments, different conferences. Even the next one is scheduled on 30th of June. And there she is known with this title, Her Excellency, Ambassador, Professor, Dr. Esther Mala. So over to Toastmaster Esther. to introduce your team.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj. As usual, you start the meeting whenever you start, introducing the team of the day or everything. It's really interesting to hear your story. I almost forgotten what I have to do next. So we have first speaker for the day.
Now, before that, please introduce your timer,
Timer, okay.
timer, R counter, and grammarian.
I thought Toastmaster of the day is doing that. Okay, thank you. Welcome. Good evening, everyone. Dear all Toastmasters guests. I would like to welcome our timer for today. That is Mr. Toastmaster Ashok R.
Thank you, Toastmaster. I hope I am audible to all.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Very good morning and good evening to all my fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and future Toastmasters. As a timer, I am responsible to note down the timing taken by all the speakers and role takers throughout the sessions. Prepared speech, 3 segments: prepared speech, table topic, and evaluations. The guidelines for these 3 segments are here. For the prepared speech, we have 5 to 7 minutes. So I will flash off my background color to green at 5 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes. The speaker will have 30 minutes of grace period on either side. For the table topic, we have 1 to 2 minutes. So I will change my background color to green at 1 minute, yellow at 1 minute 30 seconds, red at 2 minutes. The speaker will have 30 seconds grace periods after 2 minutes. And the last segment, evaluation, we have 2 to 3 minutes. I will change my background color to green at 2 minutes. After 2 minutes 30 seconds, my background color will be at yellow, and I will change color to red at 3 minutes. So the speaker, the evaluator will have 30 seconds grace periods. So I wish all the very best to all the speakers and other role takers. It's back to you, a general evaluator, Esther. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok. Now, I would like to invite our R counter, Toastmaster Satya.
Hi, good evening. Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Esther. So let me introduce my role today. So as we know that communication is a have a purpose. Communication we do for conveying some meaning to let others understand so that we can educate, persuade, or entertain themselves. But the issue arises when we fail to make effective communication, and for that, very generally, very frequently, we see people use one or more of these flaws in their communication, like they use crosswords like or they use unconsciously those repetitive words which make their communication ineffective. So my role today is to monitor and observe the speakers and see if they are using any of these catchwords or pause fillers which is making their communication effective. The intention is not to find the fault. The intention is to improve. So let's improve together. Have a wonderful meeting.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satya. Next, I would like to call upon our Toastmaster Siva, grammarian for the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Extra. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language uses. I will take a note any misuses of English language as well as outstanding uses. Also, as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is Spartan. Okay, let me copy and send it in chat window. Just give me a minute. Yeah, here it is. The Spartan. The Spartan means a lack of comfort and the luxury. The rigorous self-discipline. And the synonym is harsh, strict, disciplined, or brave. The example of Spartan means like the accommodation was fairly Spartan. Fighter have chosen to live a Spartan life to devoid of all luxurious. So I will encourage all the speaker to use word of the day, the Spartan. I will present my report when called upon by General Evaluator at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Grammarian Siva. Grammarian as well as today's presiding officer, right? Yeah. Next, I would like to invite the speaker. Shall I invite the speaker straight away or pass over?
No,
to
you give it back to me.
Back to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, I would like to invite Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Manoj.
Thank you, General Evaluator Esther, for introducing the tag team. I hope I'm audible to each one of you. Yeah. So now to launch the first segment of our meeting, the prepared speeches, and the evaluator of the first prepared speaker is self. So what I'm going to look forward in this speech is there's dual purpose to this speech that the speaker is going to deliver today. The purpose of this project is to use vocal variety. First is vocal variety. Second is body language. In the vocal variety, against that is the pace, how fast or slow he speaks, the tone that he uses, and the pitch. And second, body language, the gesture, posture, use of the space, how best he can use in the virtual background. So these are the two basic purposes that he required to fulfill in this speech. Secondly, as for his requirement, the speech structure. I'm going to look forward to the speech structure and how he concludes his speech. So these are the things I'm going to look forward when I come back with my evaluation. Now back to the Toastmaster of the day. So now to invite the first speaker, TM Satyanarayan Panda. He commenced his journey in 2021 with Speak Magic Toastmasters, and he has completed one pathway, that is effective coaching. And after mastering the attributes of being an effective coach, he has started his quest in pathways presentation mastery. And today he attempts a project at level 1, project 3. If I'm not wrong, I hope you are going to complete this project, complete this level with this speech, Satya.
I think there is one more speech after that.
Okay, one more. So today he attempts a project at level 1, project 3. And TM Satyanarayan Panda is going to speak on Bend It Like TM Satyanarayan Panda.
These days, we are very, very conversant with IT, information technology. And earlier, we used to have those mobiles, Nokia 2110 or 315, no matter what. The memory is very low. So, there is one question to start today's speech. Do you know how we measure the memory capability? Anyone, please. What is the unit we measure?
Centimeter.
No. So, in which unit we measure memory capacity?
Capacity.
Phone, laptop, pardon?
Okay, sorry.
Bytes.
Absolutely.
Bytes.
So
Okay,
we got some
I'm
challenge here. Yeah. So it's byte. So that is one question, and which is related to all of us. Okay. What is the capacity of human brain? It's a tough one, but I'll allow anyone and everyone if they want to give it a try.
I
Okay.
think it's
Okay.
limitless.
Limit.
Uh,
Limitless.
Infinity is not the correct answer, but I'll try that bravery the way you have tried it. It's not limitless. I'll put a number to it. For everybody's information, we have a capacity of 2.5 petabytes of data. Uh, unfortunately, if somebody is from science background, maybe though engineers, maybe absolutely, 1 petabyte it prefix to express bigger numbers, limitless numbers. So how do we recollect those prefixes? Deka, hecta, kilo, mega, giga, tera, peta, exa. So that's basically 10 to the power 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. So it's absolutely very big number. So which is 1 petabyte is equal to 10 to the power 15. It's a very big number. And so that in that term, human brain capacity is around 22,500 terabytes of data. 1 TB, we have those SSD cards or hard drives, very, very big. A normal movie comes within, I think, 2 GBs of data. So it's very big number, 2,500 terabytes of data. So why I'm saying this? We all are rich because we have those memories, those informations, those data, which we can use whenever we need it. So we are all rich. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, we all congratulate everyone and thank me to let you figure out that you are rich. So why I am saying this? Because data and this information can be used and make you all legends. Okay, so absolutely. So when I go back to my childhood days, legends are everywhere, not everywhere, but at least you can find legends everywhere. Then the problem with legends is not the problem with legends, but the problem with the younger version of the legends, sons, daughters, and brothers. And my brother taught him always as a legend of gully cricket. Okay, he's so smart. He always consider me as the worst player in the history of cricket. And he's so cute, so smart. He always give me to the other side, to the opponent, so that I'll miss few runs because I can't do bowling, I can't do batting. He's a fielder, and he used that skill of mine to win matches for him because if I'll be in his side, I may not be given bowling, I may not be given batting, but I have to give him the fielding. But when I'm in the other side, that specific use he does. That means I'll not be given batting and bowling, but I'll still field and I'll still miss, and in that way he'll win. And myself playing miserable cricket, again, as I grew older, became I am a miserable person. So not playing good cricket becomes not a good man. Okay, and that's happened with all of us. We may be or may not be very good in something, but as human beings and as the size of the bell curve, we are average in most of the things. But not the point which I am trying to make today. We may not be, we are absolutely average in most of the things, but there are something which we are really good, genuinely good. So the question is not to hover around what we are not good at and define ourselves with that poor, miserable thing, but rather to find out what we are good at. So when it's come to me, I figured that out later in my life that my communication is good. So today, if I'll ask, I have to face the same question. Are you a good cricketer? No, absolutely. I'm a miserable cricketer. But are you a good human being? Absolutely, yes. And are you a good communicator? Yeah, hell yes. Because this skill helped me to achieve so many things in my life and my career. And after 2 decades of successful career, I'm still achieving new heights, getting good opportunities, and helping others to excel in their career. So if we all think in different way, we all have that 200, 500, 2,500 terabytes of data, which makes all us qualified to be legends. And if we can ask that correct question, we all can be uh, achieving that status of vintage. Like, I'll not use that word become. I'll use that word Satya. So thank you to patiently listening me.
Thank you, TM Satya, for such an enthralling speech in the evening. Bend it like Beckham, not Beckham, but bend it like Satya. So that's a great take. Now coming on to leading a Spartan lifestyle, I'll come to a hero of Sparta, Alexander the Great. Once after conquering so many neighboring countries, he went back and the whole of Greece was standing over there to welcome him. Then somebody was missing. He asked, where is Diogenes? People said he's somewhere lying in the street. So what Alexander did with all his finery that you're wearing, the plume on his head and his head dressing and all this, that he went to that street corner and he found the person lying on the floor on the street, sunning himself. And Alexander goes to him, asks him, I'm Alexander the Great. I've come to meet you. Do you require something? And Diogenes says, yes, please do a favor. Please move aside because you are standing on the way of the sunlight that was falling on my skin. So Alexander asks, what do you require? I can give you everything that you require. Diogenes says, my requirement is, please move aside. Don't block the sun. So that made Alexander come to ground level and he says, had I not been Alexander, I could have preferred to be Diogenes. With that, let's move on to the next segment. Next segment is that of thinking on your feet. And for conducting that segment, let's have another IT professional from all the way from the beautiful land, the crown of India, JNK. So let's call upon Dennis Soma to conduct the table topic segment for today evening. Dennis, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj, for your introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Dani Soma. Today, I will play the role of table topic master. So before starting the table topic session, I would like to ask a question: why we have a table topic session in Toastmaster meeting? Anyone?
Organize our thoughts.
So table topic session is to challenge member to think on their feet, means to develop their impromptu speaking skills. By doing table topic session, we learn 4 essential skills. First, thinking, organizing, speaking, and listening. So today theme is less is more. For some people, less is more, and for some, more is less. It completely depends on our choices we make in our life. So why we not have a table topic session around our theme choices? So for this, I have some numbers with me. You have to pick a number and you have to speak on a table topic session assigned with that number. Okay. So before starting the table topic session, I would like to share the timing guidelines for a table topic session. So for minimum qualified the voting, you have to speak for at least 1 minute. The timer will show the green card at 1 minute, yellow card 130 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. There is also grace period of 30 seconds to conclude your table topics. So without wasting much time, who is the first partner to face the table topic session? Table topic. Anyone? Anyone?
No one volunteers, I can go.
One has raised his hand.
Okay, so let's give a chance to Vaughn.
Which number you want to pick?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
5.
I'll go for number. I wonder what is number 1.
1. Okay. So DTM 1, your table topic is how do you make decision when faced with multiple choices? How do you make decision when faced with multiple choices? DTM 1.
Decisions, changes. In our life, we face many decisions. And we have a multiple choices. Just this week, got into that situation. I have multiple choices, and this is related to my work. I have 2 jobs, by the way. One is every Saturday and Sunday, and the other one is from Monday to Friday, on top of being a district elected officer of District 99 and coaching one club and mentoring another club in different districts. I have to say, my Toastmasters activities and my professional speaking is actually having a little problem with my job. I have to weigh all the options. I have to schedule myself. Now, with these multiple decisions, do I need to have 1 job or 2 jobs? It's tough decisions, right? I decided to stay in 2 jobs. One is just a part-time and the other one is a full-time, but with a very good schedule. Only daytime so that at nighttime, I can do my Toastmasters activities. I only work 8 to 5. That means to say, after 5 p.m., I'm free with my Toastmasters organization. The love and passion of Toastmasters, I have to take that into consideration so that I can still manage my life, my family, my friends, and also my job. Most of us want to earn money, right? But with the decision that I decided, money is not everything. What is more important is showing your heart and your passion to the people. And the best way for me to show my heart and passion is through Toastmasters while I'm still learning and earning. So that's what I do when I do a decision. Weigh all the options. Over to you, Mr. Toastmaster or Table Topic Master.
Thank you, DTM 1. And now I will share my screen for again. So as number 1 is filled, so any more volunteer?
I'll go with number 2.
Okay. So Toastmaster Manoj, your table topic is, if you would go back in time, what choice would you change and why? If you would go back in time, what choice would you change and why? Toastmaster Manoj.
Quite an interesting topic, isn't it? If I can go back in time, this question often must have come in all our lives, in your life, in my life too. If I could go back in time, which is impossible, we cannot retrace back and get onto the board that time machine to go back. That happens only in fiction. But yes, if I could go back, I would like to lead my life in a more meaningful way. When I say meaningful way, recently I have turned to be a vegan. But I could, if I can go back, maybe from my childhood, I could have chosen to become a vegan so that my carbon footprints on Mother Earth could have been more limited. Yes. Mother Earth is your mother, my mother, everybody's mother. But who is bothered about that? I have accumulated so many things which I do not require. If I can go back, I'll start my life with a Spartan lifestyle. Yes, I could be Spartan from my childhood. That could have been a way to give back something to the mother which has nurtured me from my birth and will be nurturing me till my death. I could be more kind to people all around me. With my selfishness, maybe half of my life, I have started grabbing things, stacking things, not being too kind enough to people around me. I've been harsh to them. If I can go back, I'll try to be more kind and give more happiness to people around me. And now, after 50 years, at 55, I'm realizing the money that I have in the bank, I cannot carry back. In fact, when Alexander the Great was in deathbed, he asked his hands to be left open to show to the world I cannot carry all my wealth. So I'd like to do all that if I can go back. Thank you. Over to you, TTM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj. Okay, I will share my screen. So Toastmaster Shri has raised his hand. So Toastmaster Shri, so guest Shri. So which number you want to pick?
5.
5. Okay. So guest Shri, your topic is, how do you prioritize and make choices when faced with conflicting goals? How do you prioritize and make choices when faced with conflicting goals? Yes, Shri.
There was a time when I was supposed to go attempt a very important paper in my life. And I was preparing for that paper for past 2 years. But then guess what? One of these days, when I was just about to reach the venue, the exam center, on my way to the exam center, I saw a man hit by a car. Now I have two clear choices. One, either I go and attempt my exam, and second, I wait there, save that man who's been hit by a car, put him into my car, take him to the hospital, and then reroute to my exam center. The choice was very clear to me. All those learnings that my mother, my parents, my father gave to me, all those learnings that I learned from the very great leaders that my India had created, was very simple. Just as Toastmaster Manoj here said that you cannot carry the money with you wherever you would go, I made a clear choice that day. I waited back, made sure that the man that got hit by the car is put in my car. I took him to the hospital, made sure that his expenses are being paid, and then I rerouted to the exam center. Guess what? In doing so, what happens is sometimes when you work for someone else, the good karma follows back to you. And it doesn't just follows back in 1 ounce, it comes back million times. That very thing helped me in my exam. In my exam, I got a very similar essay in which I had to write about the similar incident. And hence I wrote very beautifully, went on to score really good marks and probably aced it that day. See how luck functions. So that's how I would prioritize my goals in conflicting time. Over to you, TTM. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guest Shri. Now I would like to share my screen first. So as okay, as Anne Whitehall had joined us so long, so and you want to take a topic?
Yes, I will. Number 6.
Number 6. Okay. So your topic is, if you would only choose one superpower, what it would be and why? If you would only choose one superpower, what it would be and why? Guest Anne.
If I could choose one superpower, I would choose love. I remember last week listening to Manoj's speech, and it was love makes the world, what makes the world go round. And he said love. And I agree with him. More and more we are finding, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic, that a lot of people would have been in their homes and they weren't socializing the ways that they used to because we couldn't. Those were the protocols in many countries. You had to stay indoors, wear your mask. You couldn't visit family members and relatives and friends. Many persons could not go to work. They had to work remotely. And I believe for some, that connection and that love was missing. And if there's one thing that I would like to spread is love for each other, love for our Heavenly Father God, love for the things that He has blessed us with in our lives, like coming here on Saturdays and attending this Toastmasters meeting and sharing with like-minded persons. Love generally for humanity. I would say that love would be my takeaway. Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master.
Danish, you're talking on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Sorry for that.
Yeah.
Arina, you have raised your hand. Toastmaster Manoj, you want to say something? Toastmaster Manoj?
No.
Okay.
I'm just clapping for the last speaker.
Okay, fine. So guest Reena, which number you want to pick?
Danish, please share your screen. I can
I'm
only
just
see
sharing
you.
my screen. Give me 1 minute. So which number you want to pick, guest Reena?
7.
7. So guest Reena, your table topic is, what is the most significant choice you have made that has shaped you are today? What is the most significant choice you have made that has shaped who you are today? Guest Reena.
So prioritizing my time. So previously, what I used to do, I just not able to, means I just so previously what I used to do, I just made some routine, so which I wanted to follow, like I will wake up in the morning and will do after that some work and some stuffs, and but never I used to follow that thing. But one day means in after joining Toastmaster, one day I met with a person, and he told me that you are doing very good, but just prioritize your time, then, and in which thing you have to invest your time more, and where you don't have to waste your time, and to whom you have to speak, to whom you don't have to speak, means don't waste your time uh, in the stuff which is not needed for you. So after following that words, means after following that words and prioritizing my time in good way, so eventually in one eventually by following that, I saw that change in my daily routine, and now a lots of changes I can see in myself and also in my daily routine. So that is the thing. So thank you. Back to you, Danis.
Thank you, guest Reena. So there is one more guest, Abkar Hagar. Do you want to take a table topic session? Table topic? Yes, Abkar.
PM
Okay.
Srikanth has raised his
Okay.
hand.
So guest Srikanth, I will share my screen first. So only 2 topics are left. Which number you want to pick?
Go with number 4.
With 4, okay. Short-term goals versus long-term choices, which worth more? Short-term choices versus long-term choices, which worth more? Yes, Srikanth.
Thank you very much. Well, from my personal experience, what I have learned up until now is to have a goal, but to live a life in the present moment. Because what really happens to most of the people that I meet is that they try to have a goal, and they're so caught up in that goal, they are missing out on the beautiful life that they have in their hands at the present moment. They are literally in a rat race trying to outsmart and achieve the goal by good means and also by hook and crook. So my understanding about life is, if you have a goal, maybe it manifests or you're not able to accomplish, doesn't really matter. But what needs to be done is what you have at the right time and present moment. And the goals that you have in your hand at the present moment is something that you need to be happy about. And anything beyond that is something that would take shape and would manifest in your life, but don't really be so preoccupied with what you want to achieve in life. Because this sounds a little bit philosophical, but there is no guarantee that I am going to be here for the next day, a month, or a year later. So we need to live in the present. You would have heard it many times, but I am a living example of that. I truly believe that this particular moment is all that we have. We have to make the best use of it instead of worrying about what would happen in the future or regretting what has happened in our past. Because both these things are literally out of our control. And let me share something very profound with you. Most of your plans doesn't work really. The plan that works for you is the creator's plan. And if you want to make your plan to work, make it as same as the creator. You can see magic unfolding before your eyes. And you are a miracle worker, my dear friends. The power is there within you. And live a life that is so beautiful today. And wake up tomorrow morning being thankful for giving you one more day by the creator. Thank you very much. And back to you.
Thank you, guest Srikanth. So only one topic left, and Toastmaster Ashok have raised his hand, so I will count for you. Okay, Toastmaster Ashok, I will share my screen.
Yeah, can anyone take my timer?
Okay, I will take your role on that, no issue.
Okay.
So Toastmaster Ashok, your topic is short-term choices versus long-term choices. Oh, sorry, I think this isn't done, so give me 1 second. So when making difficult choices, do you tend to rely more on logic or intuition? Toastmaster Ashok, when making difficult choices, do you tend to rely more on logic or intuition? Toastmaster Ashok.
Yeah, like when we have the difficult times, I would go with the logical path. So logical approach makes us to be in the right path. Um, so logical, because this intuitive is something like it may take a longer path compared to the logical approach. So definitely when we have difficult times, I mean, like I prefer the logical path. So in my instances also, like I was going through up and down, so I just sat down and I was logically thinking instead of intuitively, to make it right, to face the difficulties. Yeah, I prefer to be logical when we have the difficult times. Back to you, Toastmaster. Thanks.
Thank you, Timer Ashok. Now I would like to call Ashok again to tell that all the speakers are qualified for voting. You are qualified for voting for Ashok, and give me a report for the other speakers.
Yeah, all are qualified. All are within the time limit.
Thank you, Timer Ashok. Now, thanks. First of all, thank you for taking table topic session. You are the Spartans of table topic session. Now, I would like to hand over the stage to TMOD, Toastmaster Manoj. Over to you, Manoj. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis, for conducting this Spartan segment so very well. I call it a Spartan segment because in the other segment, the last segment, you have the luxury of preparing a speech and delivering it. In this segment, it is short and sweet, and you have to think on your feet. So, and you conducted it so well with wonderful topics that were thought-provoking, at the same time so very simple that we could speak on them. Now going over to the last segment of today's evening is the evaluation segment, and that will be conducted by none other than our perpetual guest. Thank you for being there always, Toastmaster Estera.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Oh, one minute. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Manoj. Thank you so much. I'm also a Spartan of the day because I took the courage to do, although I'm mentally and physically drained, so low energy. I hope everyone can forgive me today. I am just trying to do my best for the day rather than not being here. So I'll do my part. Thank you. So now I think, can we have the timers report now?
You have to unmute yourself.
Unmute.
I think evaluation part need to be completed, right? To show all the timing guidelines.
Is it? I saw in that agenda list is timers report. That's why. Okay, we can do afterwards.
Yeah, evaluation is required.
Yeah, evaluation first. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I'll just proceed with that. Okay. Excellent, as usual. We got all the role players. As usual, again, as usual, we have Toastmasters playing more than one role, wearing more than one hat. So shabas, thank you. We started sharp at 8 p.m.
Estera, you call me. I'm the evaluator of the first prepared speaker.
Oh, for that.
Please call me too.
Yes.
You see, I'm up today. Okay, sorry. I would like to
seem
call
to be too
upon
tired today.
Toastmaster Manoj to the evaluator for our first speaker, Satya Narayan. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Thanks a lot. Bend it like, yes. And today, as I told you, there are two aspects that the project asked me to evaluate. One is your vocal variety, next is your gesture, body language. Your gestures were quite appropriate and quite effective. You started with a lot of gesture in the beginning. And it started with two questions back to back. And that's a great technique to connect with the audience. Questioning at the beginning is a great way to drag all the audience wherever they're moving around mentally back to the meeting, to your topic. So you did that in the beginning. It was quite, as if it was a flow of the river. It was quite natural. You are not strenuous. That perpetual smile was playing on your lips, and you are at comfort, at ease, speaking on that topic. It shows great deliberation and great preparation too. And while talking about that, we gave a lot of factual details about the capacity of our brain. Most of us, we generally ignore, we do not know about that. Starting from what is the capacity of how to measure your memory, going to the brain. And those factual data made your speech quite authentic. It shows how much preparation has gone into it, how much research has gone into it. Then you shared a personal slice of your life when you talk about the game of cricket, you and your brother's story, short slice of that. And throughout all this, you exuded a lot of confidence. Now, coming on to certain aspects that you need to be implementing, as for me, I think you forgot to compliment the audience in the beginning. Finally, with we sing audience. It was being the structure I also felt it was not a close-knit structure. From one aspect to another, the transition need to be there. Once you bring in that transition, it becomes more effective. Like when you're talking about those, the power of the brain, suddenly jumping onto the personal, the slice of your cricket and your aspect of your relationship with brother. All those, if you introduce a transition, it will become more effective. And the title, you came to the title at the end when you spoke that bend it like not Beckham, but like with that wonderful gesture. That was a wonderful ending. But title, if you could speak about this in the beginning, it will become better. So, but the speech was well prepared, delivered with a lot of confidence, and your vocabulary was also of a higher standard, and I liked it. Maybe if we could introduce him, if you could stand and speak, because the project also asked for the body language, and your body language will become more effective once you stand and deliver your speech. So I challenge you for your next speech, do please stand up and speak. With that, over to the general evaluator of today, Esther.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj, for the evaluation of Toastmaster Satya's speech. Now, I would like to call upon the timer to give the report for today's meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ishtara. So I will share my screen to present the timing reports. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes.
Toastmaster Satya has taken 7 minutes, 7 seconds. TTM1 taken 2 minutes, 16 seconds. Toastmaster Manoj took 2 minutes, 12 seconds. Guest Sri 2 minutes 17 seconds. Guest Anne 1 minute 26 seconds. Guest Reena 1 minute 48 seconds. Guest Shrikant 2 minutes 13 seconds. And for the evaluation, Toastmaster Manoj took 3 minutes 39 seconds. With this report, it's back to you, General Evaluator Istara. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashok. Now, I would like to call upon our Toastmaster Satya for the R counter report. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Isra. So today, my job was a bit difficult because of the quality of the speech. I was starting enjoying to listening to speech more rather than doing justice to my role. But still, I forced myself to bring out something for you guys. So today, our county report is not much crowded with A's, and ums, but still, I have made certain observations which I will share during the Toastmasters table topic master speech. Um, my congratulations to Toastmaster One and Toastmaster Manoj. They are flawless. They are absolutely flawless when it comes to us and ums. And the keys to their flawless, less speeches may be their speed. They are slow speakers, and this gives wings and powers to their speech. So, congratulations. So, thanks. That's the input for others to go slow because slower is better sometimes. Shri, wonderful. I don't know whether you are a Toastmaster, but you are absolutely flawless. You have one repetition in your speech. Guess what? That's the repetition actually. Guess what? So I've heard one not required guess what in your speech, but overall the speech was wonderful. And there are stories in today's table topic speeches, so it mm, make me enjoy more. Uh, Toastmaster guest and wonderful speech, no ums and filler words. Toastmaster Reena, it's a feedback to you that you have used couple of ums, so you can consider rephrasing your sentence. Toastmaster Srikant, there is one repetition of words, otherwise it is flawless, like let me. You have used that let me word couple of times where it is not needed. So you can consider that Toastmaster Ashok, number of times you have used the word a, you have to consider it. So review the speeches you are doing and specifically the recording, and you can definitely work wonders with repetition and continuous um, focus. So you have a repetition word that is I mean. Okay. So this is the R counter report for today's speakers. I think that's all. Over to you, Grammarian, General Evaluator, ma'am. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satya. Next, I would like to call upon our grammarian, Siva, Toastmaster Siva, to give his report.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Estra. I concur to Toastmaster Satya. Like I really enjoying and I really enjoyed to heard speaker and all the table topic. It was amazing. Okay, my grammar report. There are a lot of good uses, but I noted this Aditya miserable. I like the most this miserable. That means a person wretchedly unhappy or uncomfortably, and there is I didn't find any mismatch or any grammatical mistake. Coming to our word of the day report, Toastmaster Manoj said Spartan 4 times. Toastmaster Estra said Spartan 1 time. This is my grammarian report. Back to you, General Evaluator Estra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Siva. Now, it's my turn to give the report as a general evaluator for the day. First, I would like to congratulate and thank all the guests, N, Vital, Abkar, Shri, Rina Kumari, and Shrikant for participating, volunteering to answer the table topic and speak up. Thank you. Next is about, of course, as usual, we have started the meeting sharp at 8. That's good. And we managed to take up, get role players for all the roles fast this time. And I will straight away go to the interesting part. That is the theme of the day. Our Toastmaster Manoj, as usual, with his interesting story about the team. Whatever he speaks is always interesting because it will be different, it will be unusual. It's, of course, it will be thought-provoking. And next would be the table topic session. Toastmaster Danish Soma, I would say that today's topic is challenging, super challenging, because if you ask me to answer, and today I'm in this condition, I don't think I can think much of some of the questions. It's really challenging today to speak, but all the table topic speakers did very well, as usually, especially our Toastmaster Manoj and DTM won. These are trophy grabbers, no, trophy grabbers. Always they come in, they grab. So now it's a tough competition. Next would be the evaluation done by Toastmaster Manoj for Toastmaster Satya. Excellent. The role players today, they are also very excellent in playing their roles. And I would like to give credit to Toastmaster Manoj for giving a detailed evaluation report for Toastmaster Satya. Yeah, so with this report, I'm very sure that Toastmaster Satya will work on the area to improve, because this is very important for every one of us. So thank you for that. And I also would like to give credit to Toastmaster Siba, who prepared the agenda, where you included the word of the day as we discussed before. I think last week also we had, right? So thank you, and it's nice to have it there. And the detailed story about the team, less is more. It's, I think every one of us enjoyed. Yeah, we managed to get some interesting, we can say, gems behind the story. So overall, today's meeting went on very smoothly, and it's interesting with the presence of the guests, of course. And thank you again for every one of the guests who's here. And we hope to see you again and again and again in our meeting. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Manoj.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for conducting it so well. Now it is time to end, and as if you can show your faces, we'll have a photograph.
I think we should not fall first.
Put in gallery, then everybody's face will be there. Shall I take the photo? The print, the screenshot? Okay, let's put the heart shape there. Light up the screen. Brighten up. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, another 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now freestyle. 1, 2, 3. Why all smiling? Okay, it's done.
Okay, thank you, Esther, for doing that. Now, as you are waiting for the poll to be launched, let me finish off what I started with, though I refer to in my table topic speech about Alexander the Great. On his deathbed, he said, he instructed all his followers, take my dead body to the graveyard with my hands hanging on both sides of the bier. And this should be carried by the doctors and sprinkle the wealth that I've gathered, conquering half the world, and the path leading to the graveyard. So their significance was that, so that the humanity should know whatever you gather throughout your life, except for your good deeds, you cannot carry anything tangible. Second, anyone, any doctor, the greatest doctor in the world, he cannot stop you from dying. And of course, the hands hanging both sides, same thing, you cannot carry anything. The father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi, also stood for that minimalistic lifestyle, the naked fakir. Churchill had the guts to say that, and Gandhi, with his unique weapon of nonviolence and truth, uprooted and threw them back. The 200 years of colonialistic rule was thrown back to their country. And now we can say with pride, the topmost post in Britain is now held by one Indian. So this is how the kind of leadership that India is imparting shows where you started from. So this minimalistic lifestyle, once you have less in your life, I think will become more enriched. You'll have more time. When you say minimalistic, it not only the position, also your thoughts. Everything in your life, if you can minimize that, you'll have more time to do whatever is worthwhile. So do that, you'll enjoy your life more. With that, I give back the stage to presiding officer of today, Lenka.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj. You today you ran the show very well, and your theme was amazing, and your story was great. Okay, back to our guest. I can see only 2 guests are there. One is Toastmaster Srikanth. Could you please help us to share your feedback? Are you enjoying our show? In anything we can improve?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me in today's meeting. I'm very grateful to each one of you. And I can feel the energy of today's meeting that each one of you are really committed up to the roles that you have taken. You're putting a lot of effort. And that is something that is which makes a meeting from being mediocre to being an outstanding meeting. Today was an outstanding meeting. I really have a lot of takeaways from today's meeting, especially my sincere and heartfelt thanks to Toastmaster of the day, Mr. Manoj, for sharing something that I've been practicing all my life, a minimalistic life and being happy and going to bed, not carrying any worries. And it truly means that when you have your needs fulfilled, you are happy, but never expect all your wants to be fulfilled. It's never going to happen. Once you have that mindset, you are really happy and you're living at the present moment. And life is a miracle, my dear friend, when you live we have today in our hands is this particular moment. There is no guarantee that I would wake up tomorrow morning unless the creator feels that I should be given one more day. So I'm so happy that I've been in a meeting where the theme was something very dear to me, because I always believe, and I've been following the lineage of Swami Vivekananda and Paramahansa Ramakrishna. I'm from the Ramakrishna Ashram, Chennai. And to hear something about what my Guru has spoken is amazing. And I sincerely thank each one of you. And I'm so fortunate to be with you. Thank you very much. God bless you all. And have a beautiful week ahead of you. Thank you once again. Good night from Chennai.
Thank you. I can see Toastmaster Srikanth for your valuable feedback, and your feedback are encouraging us, encouraging us also. Yeah. Guest Anne, you want to share your feedback? Yeah, here you
Thank
are.
you very much. I want to say that this is my third meeting, my third consecutive meeting at your club. And I have learned a lot. I have seen growth in the club. I like the fact that all your role players come prepared and ready to do the task that's ahead. I enjoyed today's meeting. I find that Manoj, Toastmaster Manoj, is always well prepared and well researched and gives a wealth of information. So he's quite the role model for the club. And I believe that your club can only go from strength to strength if you continue on this trajectory of being well prepared and have well executed meetings. Thanks for allowing me to be a part of your meeting today.
Thank you, Anna. And also we are looking forward to see you in our next meeting. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Anna. Have a good day. Okay, now our next session is to Ravinder. Are you shared the voting link? Okay, yeah. Yeah, all the members, could you please vote the best table topic speaker? I submitted for myself. So today we have one speaker on the table topic. Okay. Any more guests is here? Let me see. No. So Ravinder, do you have the result? Or shall we wait?
Toastmasters, let me launch 2 more polls for best role player and best auxiliary.
Okay, yeah, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the members, please vote for the role player. I submitted. One more is there, right? Toastmaster Ravinder?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, right now I can see you can select best auxiliary role player. Yeah. And I would like to thanks everyone. We started the meeting on time. Also, we are on track to close our meeting by 9:30. Thanks to everyone for all the role player, all the speaker for your help and support, and the guest, especially for the guest. Sure. Aravinda, I think we have all the winners list you have. Anyone want to say anything? Any feedback? Vaughn, I would like to hear few feedback from you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
First, I would like to say thank you to Toastmaster Manoj for serving us as our Vice President of Education. It's a tough job, and I can relate to that. Been into that experience of having this role, and it's really tough job. Preparing the agenda, preparing everything, make the meeting smooth. So you did a great job, Toastmaster Manoj. And also, I would like to congratulate Toastmasters Siba as the next Vice President of Education, and that will start next week, Saturday, July 1st. So all the best. We will support you. You can always reach out to Toastmaster Manoj for any insights. You can work with our incoming president, Toastmaster Rabinder, and you can always reach out to me in WhatsApp. Although I prepare email and messenger, but you can also reach out to me in messenger, and I will try my best to help. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, DTM Vaughn. Sure, I will reach out to you and Manoj and Ravinder for sure.
May I share
Yeah.
the screen?
Yeah, Mr. Ravinder, you can share your screen. Okay, let's congratulate Toastmaster Srikanth for the best table topic speaker. Congratulations. Okay, we can go next. Okay, Toastmaster Manoj, Toastmaster Dhanis, best role player. Again, congratulations, Toastmaster Manoj and Dhanis. We can go next. Okay, best auxiliary role player timer, Ashok. Congratulations, Ashok. We will share this certificate in your one-to-one WhatsApp. Okay, so officially we can conclude. Before that, I would like to thanks personally everyone for your help, for your support, and to participate each and every role, and especially for the guest Toastmaster Srikanth and Annie. I'm looking forward to see you in our next meeting. You are always most welcome. Okay, so officially we can conclude this call. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Happy weekend. Bye-bye and take care.
Bye.
Thank you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Wow.